Hey, how's it going, guys? Shift here. I know I promised Golden Sun, but there's a couple issues with that I'll get to in a bit. But this is going to be my new LP of a game I'm going to bet none of you have heard of, actually. Well, you probably saw on the title screen at least. This is Starlancer. It's a game that was released on, I don't know if it was PC first and then Dreamcast, but either way, PC and Dreamcast. It's personally one of my favorite games of all time. I would make a point of playing it a couple times a year all the way through. But basically, again, because no one probably has ever heard of this, this is essentially like a space combat sim game. There was a decently successful spin-off to this game, I guess, called Freelancer that came out in 2003. So if anyone's familiar with that game, it's basically Freelancer, but way more linear. Like, you don't get to visit planets and stuff. It's just Mission 1, Mission 2, Mission 3, etc., etc. But it's a really fun game, actually, so I figured I'd just go ahead and give this a shot, just because, well, it's one of my favorites. I figure I should get a bit of recognition. So what you'll see in a sec here, at the start of every mission, that was the mission briefing, which I kind of talked through all of that, but I'll go ahead and say what the mission is here. But you can see, for now, we have 4 ships that we can pick from for each mission. Until we start unlocking new ones, I usually end up... What am I doing? I already had my missiles set. I'm basically going to be using this ship, the Predator. It's a pretty good all-around ship, I guess, for at least this point in the game. And then I always make a point of bringing a fuel pod or 2 along. The rest of the missiles don't really matter, actually. But as you progress through the game, basically by getting certain amounts of kills throughout the game, like I think it's, from what I've noticed, every 40 or so kills, you'll unlock a new ship because you get a promotion or something. That's the way of explaining it. But for now, this is probably the best ship you can use. It's got a decent amount of missiles you can put on, 5 in total, as you saw. The guns are not bad, I guess. And it's not too slow like what are they, the Grendel and Crusader. Those are the other 2 you can pick. But anywho, I did talk over the mission briefing, so basically, I won't be doing that for all the videos, don't worry, it's just I kind of wanted to introduce this game. But, for this mission, you're basically just escorting this convoy. It's a very short mission compared to what else you get into later. Like, there'll be missions that are going to take you upwards of like 20 minutes to complete. But this one, it'll be done pretty shortly. You just gotta take out a couple waves of fighters, honestly. Yeah, you can kind of see him right behind there. He's a little blue thing decloaking there. That's going to be our first engagement with an enemy fighter here. Don't worry, it'll be simple. Alright, let's see. Yeah, flight controls are very simple. You basically, didn't really get a chance to explain much there. You just move the analog stick to turn and whatnot. You can hold Y and then L or R to strafe and roll. Very simple. Actually makes this game really fun to play, is not having to worry about really precise controls and stuff. Oh crap. Well, I was misjudging where we were in this mission. I thought we were at the final wave of fighters already. Now we have these ones over here. But you can see kind of, there's that little box with the line sticking out from the enemies when I target them, right? For most ships, if you're not using the full guns, like there's some ships where you can have like up to 5 different guns going at the same time or something like that. So if you have all those on, you won't get that. But basically what this is you put your crosshair close to that, it'll kind of automatically lock on, and it's sort of an auto-targeting thing. So that's kind of something they do that makes it easier. If you're using a ship like this, though, that doesn't have many guns, like for this here, you can see I only have 1 gun on this. It'll always have that, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyways, back to something I mentioned at the beginning. I did say at I believe in the last video for Sonic Adventure 2 I put up before the bonus episode, I was planning on doing Dead Space 2 and Golden Sun. Put up Dead Space 2, no problem, but with Golden Sun, it was actually, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it, but Nintendo is doing something now where, like, they're claiming all the revenue on games on their system and stuff, so I didn't really want to start doing that and kind of start, I guess, getting in trouble with Nintendo for all that and getting videos claimed and whatnot, so there's that, and then also, I had mentioned I was going to try and get a hold of a Game Boy player on a GameCube to record it, just so it's kind of, I guess you could say, a more authentic playthrough, but no, I'd mentioned Duncan was going to try and get me one. You guys remember Duncan at all? He wasn't able to, he must have sold it or something. So I'd ask my friend Cole to check out this store by his place that has that sells a lot of old games and games accessories and whatnot, right? So he checked there, but they didn't have one, so I wasn't able to get that. So basically, if I wanted to do Golden Sun at this point, I would have to use an emulator, which I really, really don't want to use an emulator. Just because there's always the issue where maybe the ROM's not going to work properly or anything, or won't display properly because the emulator itself isn't so good. And of course, I'm using a Mac, so it's not going to be the biggest selection of emulators anyways. And also makes the editing a lot worse than being able to directly record on a system. So, if I can get a hold of that, a Game Boy player, I mean, soon, I'll go and try and do Golden Sun, but in the meantime, I figured I'd give this game a shot, so we're basically at the end of the first mission here. Flying wasn't so great on this, actually. Yeah, basically, that's all for this mission here. Should any minute now have our base carrier jumping back in. Where is it? There it is. Alright. Actually, I don't think I explained that at all. Our base carrier here is Reliant or whatever. Very generic ship for what they have in this game. But every mission at the end, you're just going to come back and land here. And oh, this is always a treat, actually. In the PC, you can request permission to land, and it'll land you automatically, but this you kind of just have to fly around near the ship till it decides it's going to automatically land you, so it's kind of something they could have done better in here. But, I don't know, for the most part, from porting it to from PC to Dreamcast, everything was pretty much intact. The only thing is you didn't get to walk around the ship and talk to your squad mates, but you got all the core gameplay in there. All the missions were the same. Runs generally at a good frame rate. Anyways, I don't know if I should read this or not. Yeah, after every mission you'll kind of get this little couple paragraphs from excuse me, from your commander, basically telling you how your performance was. So, outstanding. The captain is very pleased with his first performance. The defense of the convoy was exemplary. Not one of the ships was destroyed, despite the fact you were attacked by a full coalition hunting pack. Taking down the lone Blackguard pilot showed good skills. This squadron, led by the infamous Ivan Petrov, is the coalition's best. Great job. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come. I'm glad basic training seems to have paid off, but keep practicing. Things are only going to get harder as command assigns us to more active duties. The raw materials on those transports are going to prove very useful to the war effort. Commander Enriquez. Alright. And also, after every mission you'll get this screen, we'll have a little news report going. It's never really much important, though. But the key thing on this screen is, like, it shows you kind of, obviously I'm at the bottom because this is the first mission, but it'll show you how you stack up against all the, I guess, leading aces in the Alliance here. You can see the top guy there, Steiner's got 73 compared to mine. Beautiful 12. But, I don't know, there's not much more to show for this episode. In the next couple, I'll try and get in. Oh, which save do I want to get rid of, actually? We can do without you. Alright, but anyways, in the next episode or two, I'll try and get more into the backstory of this game. Because it has a kind of interesting backstory, but I will see you guys then.